Hello, class. You're welcome to Biomed class this morning. Today, because of our time, we're going to look at the functioning ecosystem. What is functioning ecosystem? We don't need to define that. But before today, we have identified what ecology is all about. Before today, we say ecology is the study of interaction between plants and animals, living and non-living things in a particular environment. Today, we are going to look at functioning ecology. How does these interactions happen in an ecosystem? What role does each of these organisms play in an ecosystem? Now, the main purpose, the objectives of this class today, this lesson, is for you to be able to define what ecosystem is all about, and also to identify those major components of ecosystem. Thereafter, you can be able to discuss it with your friends. Whenever you see it, you can be able to discuss it, those major components of ecosystem. What then is an ecology or ecosystem rather? An ecosystem is an interaction between plants and animals with their non-living components in a particular environment. Ecosystem, therefore, is made up of these pictures that we can see here. If you look at this chart, you can see plants, we see kangaroo, fishes, water, frogs, bacteria, and so on and so forth. Sunlight, we can see birds flying in the air, termites, which are decomposers. So all these components, all these animals, they interact with one another in this very particular ecosystem. The components of the ecosystem are the autotrophs, the heterotrophs, the decomposers, and the inorganic materials or elements. What are the autotrophs? Autotrophs are the producers in that ecosystem. They are the green plant that can make their own food by themselves. They don't depend on another. They can make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. And you can see these are the green plants. They can be bacteria, they can be green plants as well. Now we have, what are the heterotrophs? Heterotrophs are organisms that depend on another organisms. They are the consumers in that ecosystem. They depend directly or indirectly on plants or the producers in a particular ecosystem. If you can see here, you can see giraffe feeding on plants and the lion feeding on captured or dead animals here. Another component of ecosystem are the decomposers. Decomposers are the animals that brought about the decaying, the breaking down of dead substances through by their process of feeding. Actually, they are feeding on those dead organisms, but as they're feeding on it, they are actually decomposing it or breaking it. It means they are returning back the minerals. They are returning back the elements that are present in that ecosystem, in that organism, into the soil. Now, another component of ecosystem is the inorganic non-living, inorganic or non-living component of it. Then these components we refer to as the water, the sunlight, the mineral salts, gases that are present in that ecosystem that plants use them for nourishment, and other organisms also depend on them for nourishment. Now, what are the decomposers? The decomposers are the animals that break down dead organic substances. They help in returning back the organic matters, the simple chemical compounds that are present in a particular living organism. Actually, they are feeding on it, but in the process of feeding on it, they are breaking it out and returning it back to the soil for functioning again. Now, today we have looked at the functioning ecosystem. And in conclusion, I want you people to look at these tasks carefully and discuss it between yourselves. Thank you and have a nice day.